Good evening, everybody. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. What's up, everybody? We just gotta give what's his name? Rideshare Hustler chance to get up in here since he wanted to have a chat with me about stuff. So we gave him an opportunity. What's up, Daphne? What's up, Pensar? Sensei, how's it going? Jonathan, Bravo, what's up? How's it going? Bobby, what's up? His name is Dennis. I know what his name is. I'm calling him by his channel name, man. I'll remember I was listening to you today. Jeez. What's up, Brittingham? How's it going, Mr. Sir? Crack. Oh, fucking cracking. God damn. Hold on. Jeez, man. This fucking StreamYard shit, man. All right, let me redo the let me go here. Let me do this. All right, let's see how it goes. Let's see. Does it sound better? Ghost Cat, Savvy Shopper, what's up? How's it going? DoorDash Rick, what's up? What's up, Tommy? What's up, Tommy? Tommy, Cody, Deja Vu, yes. What's up? Cray, what's up? What's up? Voltron, what's up? Bigfoot Killer, how's it going? How you going? How's life treating you? It's all good, man. It's all good. At least it's not super hot. JP, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? No crackling now? Okay, sweet. Good to hear. I don't know what the deal with all the crackling is, man. I don't know. I don't know. Wonder if maybe because I have my phone plugged in and charging, maybe there's some kind of interference or something like that. So hope what's his name comes in here so we can have our discussion. Hopefully he doesn't pull a torp on me and doesn't know how to tell time. But we'll see. Yep. What's topic? Rideshare Hustler, aka Dennis for Flex, wanted to have a conversation with me about something. So I thought I'd give him an opportunity to have a conversation with me. That's a person late to their own show. Maybe he thought 7 p.m. Eastern. He's corny dude. But no. As you can see, probably a lot of you are now blue. I know Mountain Dew is blue. I know Sensei, everybody should be blue now, as far as I know. Look at Hector. I know he's blue now. Hector's like, I'm blue. I'm blue. Well, I hope he comes in if he made me go through all this. Because, yeah, Roy will. Don't make me do a special video about you because you want to talk to me, and then I give you an opportunity. Hell, to the no. Yeah. Craze wasn't scheduled, so. Yep. There's a lot of blue ones in here. Even Mr. Marcus is blue. Yeah. Well, if anybody, everybody pretty much has one. If they don't have one, there's usually a specific reason. But I don't allow people to kick other people out of the room. I can do it myself. Unlike other content creators, I flex. Well, I take care of it. I will take care of it. I actually watch my stuff. So I haven't seen him say anything in the chat that he's here yet. So I'm gonna put the link up there for him just in case. Just in case he's here and he's waiting for the link. There's the link for him. We'll give him the link. Cray's not blue. No, you're not blue because you're a member. Did I miss you? Jake Costanza. I think I made you blue today. Did I not make you blue today, Jake Costanza? Man, maybe I missed some motherfuckers. I don't know. Sorry. Jeez. Thank you, Sensei. Thank you. Look at that. Yeah, Sensei. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I think I made plenty of people blue. Just Cray's not blue? Oh shit. Damn, my bad. I'll definitely have to figure. Yeah, but she's a member. She ain't got nothing to worry about. Nobody's gonna kick her out of this room. No, hers really wasn't. I told Cray Cray I would do it as soon as I got home, and that's TJ Tricks. What's up? So so everybody should be blue for the most part, unless you're new. I know I did get a lot of new subscribers. Thank you for all the new subscribers who subscribed, and uh, I hope he didn't say tomorrow. I didn't say tomorrow. I specifically said I would do one later, and he said he would be available after 6 o'clock. So come on now. I think we all heard it. I think we all heard it. Paul, what's up? What's up, Paul? Our great brother Ricky Knight's in the house. What's up, Paul? Yeah, I remember. I distinctly said I would do one later today at a time that he said, and he said after 6 o'clock, and I said okay, I would do it after 6 o'clock. I'm pretty sure that's what I heard. This will affect his rating. Oh, shit. I don't know. We're taking away Flex's precious lounge time to do this. What? My StreamYard what? Your StreamYard doesn't allow you to pin the link. Man, the link is there. I told him once he comes in, they let me know I put the link. So there, I put the link a second time. So if he's in the background, he can find the link and put it on. You left a comment on his channel. Okay, what's up? Remember the Alamo City? There he is. Oh, he's setting it up now. There we go. There he goes. Damn, Bigfoot. Nice. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. All right, for being the showstopper. I appreciate you, man. Hell, hold on, man. What is up with this fucking thing, man? Why is it giving me such a hard time today? Fuck. All right, there we go. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you very much. I appreciate you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's up, Flex, my precious? Yeah. Oh, shit. Thank you so much, Bigfoot. Appreciate it. I know, man. Just like a gig worker just thinks everybody works on their schedule. Right, Dennis? Can just come in and whatever he wants. Yeah, make sure you guys hit the like button, please. Yeah, I got 40 people in here right now. 40 likes. I would like 40 likes, please. Learn to pin the light. Bobby, learn to lick my balls. Come in, Bobby. Don't make me take away your wrench, Bobby. I will slap the shit out of you.
So I'll
What's
tell
up,
you,
man?
hey, how you doing? I apologize. I was trying to be professional and make it home so I can have, but I got to do it in the car. I'm actually trying to work a little bit, so my bad. I apologize.
Hey, you're fine, man. Go ahead. So I heard you wanted to talk to me about some stuff. So.
Oh yeah, I got put my notebook out here. So I'll start by saying that what I'm doing for the most part, unlike the other gig tubers who are just drama and not really being somewhat.
Okay, can't. Nothing.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay,
Cool.
so I'm focused on you. I'm not looking at the chat. So
yeah, no problem.
I'm not gonna. So here's the situation. When I woke up this morning and you popped up on Flex's live, and I caught when you guys were going in about why people are upset about the AR, and I'm like, I need to jump on here right now because I got a lot to say because they're missing a point because with Torp and can't think of his name because I tried to get it out of my head. You know the guy
Yeah,
you guys hate the most.
yeah, we know who you're talking about. You don't have to
Okay,
mention those.
so Jeff Thomas. So here's the situation. When they come at you guys, they're coming at you guys with anger on you personally, about your channel personally, not on the whole glitch issue and the whole AR issue. And that's pretty much what I'm doing. The AR is important. And what they're trying to get you guys to understand is in Las Vegas and LA and bigger markets, there's oversaturation on DoorDash. And DoorDash and Uber are the two main apps everybody uses. I'm deactivated on Uber, fault of my own. Don't blame them. But DoorDash and Spark are the only two apps that I have available because Grubhub oversaturated because you don't have to schedule, you can go anytime. Flex is hit and miss. So with that glitch being a thing, it's allowing people to stay above 70% and dash now anytime. And in LA, where I'm at, when I spent the 3 months, my fault of my own, life choices in the past, grinding, sleeping in the car to the point to try to do 16 hours and just sleep, shower at 24-hour fitness so I don't go home and get comfortable. I did that because I only had Spark to do, and I had to try to make the best out of Spark. If I knew about that glitch, I would be doing DoorDash because DoorDash is king out here. 25 plus an hour, anybody that does DoorDash out in LA, but you have to be a top dasher. So that's the reason why I felt lied to, or not even lied to. It's more of like CNN not giving us the full truth. And I'm sorry, Pedro and a few of the top, gig tubers, they push their channel out as, news, tips, tricks, come to us for the real. If they came about their YouTube channel as we're entertainment, we'll try to help you as we go, but it's entertainment. Don't believe anything we say. When we tell you we're making $300-400 a day, it ain't really true, but it feels good to motivate you guys to do that. Then you won't have so much, hate from a bunch of people. But because you guys are allowing them to lie about numbers they're not making, not really even working, but promoting like a $45 an hour stint of time, that's really impossible. And then downplaying that glitch when people at that GigCon, from what I heard from two different people, were upset that the glitch wasn't, that they were upset that the glitch was exposed. They wanted to keep it secret. That's the reason why you have so much anger. And that's the reason why I want to bring that to you, because I just can't understand you guys blown over the AR not being important.
Okay, first of all, you gotta know I live here in Vegas, so okay. I have not ever had one time getting on a hard time getting on DoorDash, whether I can schedule a DoorDash or that. If I turn on my DoorDash right now, the whole map is red right now.
Okay.
So I've never had an issue getting on DoorDash to work for DoorDash. So I've never had an issue with that. Same with you. You say you have an issue in California that DoorDash King, you were never able to schedule yourself on DoorDash?
No, you can only schedule for like an hour, literally. If it allows you to, it's for an hour. And yes, my completion rate, I guess, is the reason why. But it's kind of like the glitch is needed in my market, biggest market here in San Francisco, for the most part, and of course New York, to dash. And I'm actually about to cut on my DoorDash right now, just so people in the chat can see the proof here.
But you just said it's because your own completion rate that you can't schedule more for an hour. So is that your fault, or is that whose fault's that?
No, that's my fault because I went on Fex's Live and I didn't know completion rate mattered. Now I know it matters. Now I'm going to change it. I thought it was only AR. I thought completion you had to be above 85%. I didn't know it was 95%. That's new information. And that's the point. You guys who aren't you don't have 30, 40,000 subscribers. You guys, for some reason, you keep it real. I got more information from subscribing to Flex the past 4 days than I've had the past few years. And let's be real. I'm a humble guy. I was broke forever. The past couple years I've been broke because, I'm kind of stuck in the brain. I'm stuck in the rideshare vortex to where I can't get out. It's like crack. So those tips I didn't know about. So when I go to Pedro and, the few other gig tubers that I used to believe in, which I still believe in Pedro, they never indicated that. They just said, go on the app, learn the system, which I thought I knew, and you're going to make this money. They're not saying we made $3,000 because we worked 120 hours, or we made 1,000 a week because we're working 60, 70 hours. We're doing this, that, and this. They're making it seem like if you're not making money, you're either lazy, stupid, you don't know what you're doing. And that's the reason why you have the Torques and those guys who are building a following of disgruntled people who, a lot of them are just angry people, and it makes them feel better to expose. Go ahead.
But at the end of the day, bro, it's not their responsibility to show you everything. They're showing you when Flex comes on there, he shows you. When Pedro comes on there, shows this how much I made a week. Technically, he doesn't have to break the whole fucking. His videos would be hours long if he had to go step by step by step to break everything down. Same with you. If you went on your channel right now, hey guys, I made $1,500 a week, and you had to start breaking it down piece by piece by piece. By the way you're talking that you want to see it, your fucking videos would be over an hour long, bro. So at the and plus at the end of the day, I'm all about personal responsibility. Let me tell you about myself. I was a Lyft driver, 12,500 rides, 3 years here in Vegas. Okay, I got deactivated because of a criminal thing that I did to another Uber driver. So I got deactivated. So I was homeless for over a year, bro. So I actually lived in my car for a year. So I know exactly where you're coming from. But you know what? I didn't blame anybody at Lyft. I didn't blame anybody at DoorDash. I didn't blame none of that. What did I do? I went out and got 2 part-time jobs, and I lived in my car for a year doing 2 part-time jobs, delivering at Domino's and delivering at Jimmy John's. So I'm not. So when people come at me with these excuses, or they expect other people to tell them how to do shit, I don't go by that. I go by my own, because you talk about being a man. A man doesn't rely on other men to make their money. A man goes out and does what a man has to do: feed his kids, will keep that roof over his head. A man does that on their own. So I don't. When people say they got to look to Pedro, they got to look to this guy to tell them how to make money, that to me is a fucking. I look at people as a joke for that, bro. Because like, well, wait a minute, you're a grown ass man. You know what you need to do to make your money. Glitch or no glitch, it doesn't matter, because I've never used the glitch. I knew about the glitch less than a month ago. I still don't use it because I don't need to, because the AR means nothing. The AR means nothing. I can go out at any day, spend 3 hours on the app and make 50, 60 bucks like that with an 8% AR, not having to use a glitch, none of that stuff. So that's why the AR is not important. It may be important in some things, like you live in those buttfuck Egypt markets that you just can't, whatever. But you can always schedule. And to be honest with you, bro, if you really need DoorDash that fucking bad, or you can't get on a schedule and it's putting a hurting on your wallet or putting you in the poorhouse, then it's time to maybe look at a W-2, work DoorDash or something else as a part-time means. Because that's what I do. I have W-2 jobs and I do DoorDash part-time. So once again, they're expecting everything to be given to them, whether it be DoorDash, Uber Eats, whatever the case may be, instead of looking at their picture and quit looking at all these content creators that they're going to be the ones to help you. They're not. So when I lose my shit on people like I do, it's because it's personal experience, and 2, it's because I do it. I physically do it. I'm not coming out. I'm not one of these fake ass people that don't go out and dash. I have it. I don't now. I have a 38% because I reset my AR. I was given the opportunity by DoorDash to do that. But my AR never went above 8%. And I could still constantly make 50, 60 bucks in less than 3 hours of on-app time here in Vegas. And I live in, and I do the shitty east side, bro, over by Sunrise Mountain. So that's
I've never been there.
Yeah, that's the ghetto side of Vegas you can get. So, but I just the glitch doesn't make a difference, because the only way the glitch would have worked well is with the tier system, because it opens you up to the LOP program if you get to a certain point. That's when the tier system just came out less than a month. Okay. So yeah, I would say I would be more willing to jump on your guys' case if that was the issue. But even then, you shouldn't have to rely on a glitch If you're going to be a top dasher, you're going to be a top dasher regardless if there's a glitch or not. You're already doing the work to be a top dasher. If you're constantly being a top dasher right now, the glitch ain't going to change that. Even if you knew the glitch, you're still a top dasher, right?
Yep.
You still got to take the whatever orders you got to take to be a top dasher. So it doesn't matter. Even if you knew the glitch, you're already at a top dasher status. You're already doing the things to be a top dasher. So the glitch wouldn't have helped you anyways, because you're at the top dasher status. You're doing it already.
It would help people out here in LA, because you got to remember, I've been trying to get to top dasher for months now. I just can't do it because it's not enough time, and I just can't take $4 orders. But I want to address a couple of things you said. I lived in Vegas for 4 years, and I spoke on my channel about this. For a year, I was homeless because I picked up a gambling problem. All my fault. I would literally go, and this was in like 2015 when Uber was king in Vegas. I was making about $350 to $400 a day, working about 16 hours, and I would literally go to the craps table. And I remember I would have $350 in front of me, save 20 for food. I would lose all but $20, and I remember I would be right at Palace Station playing a $3 craps table with that $20, grind it back to $150. Then lose it within like I would spend 5 hours grinding this $20, get it back to $150, lose it all back in like 20 minutes. That was my life for a year, and I slept in the car to the point, you can't be in the casinos and parking lots with your car parking structure. So I used to have to like put blankets around my car, make it look, and I remember I used to have to go to certain gas stations, over there by forgot the name of the street, Spring Mountain, I think it's called.
Yep.
Over there, I would sleep in like a gym parking lot. I've been there, and I would be honest with you, before moving from Youngstown, Ohio, and I'm not to get political, I see the flag in the background. I used to have the mentality of, the victim mentality. More so when I used to vote a certain way, I used to think the government owed me something, the white man is bad, the same old thing that you're brainwashed into thinking. So when I moved to Vegas in 2013, that's when I realized, and I started running into the pull yourself up out of bootstrap. Stop making excuses and go work. Taxi drivers, hardest workers. I remember I was, when I first got there, 2 months, I was trying to gamble my way into Vegas life. I was broke at the airport, slept there for 2 days, looked in the paper, saw they were hiring for taxi drivers, got the job within 2 days, started within a week. And I remember taxi drivers are like, dude, you don't got no life. Who cares? You don't got kids. You don't got nothing going on. Work 12 hours a day. First time working 12 hours, 7 days a week. I did that for like 2 years, made more money than I ever made working. And that's what changed my mentality to where I can't go. I mean, I can, of course, but it's hard to go back to a W-2 job that you're only allowed to work 40, maybe 45 hours. Most jobs don't offer overtime. And realistically, 2 W-2s, if I got to do that, you got to do that. But I'd rather work 100 hours with Rideshare and suffer the low pay than work 60 hours at a W-2. And it sounds stupid to people because it is stupid, but that's the mental brainwashing that I'm dealing with. I got mental issues because of Rideshare, because it's like crack to me. And I'm being honest and admitting that there's no excuses. It's just I'm used to working 100 hours if I need to make $1,500 this week. And realistically, $1,500 in 100 hours after gas and everything is terrible. But I'd rather do that than work 100 hours at a W-2, because, with taxes and the things you can kind of, manipulate, which you're going to get caught eventually. A lot of us do it for that reason. So I get where you're coming from with the excuse making.
Okay, cool.
So those guys that make the excuses, that are going in, they're not necessarily making excuses. What it is once again, with Pedro and the people that promote these tips and tricks, from now on out, now when I do videos, I got a video that's still my top video. It's tips and tricks for new Spark drivers I wish I knew before I started. That video, for some reason, YouTube is still pushing 4 months later. And that video is 10 tricks that help people, like 10 legitimate tricks that are still going on right now. Pedro and the reason why they're getting so much smoke is because they're doing that, but not in a honest way to really help people. And it ain't their fault. They don't have to do that.
But that's the thing, bro. But that's the thing, is if Pedro's not using the glitch, is Pedro supposed to still come out and tell people about the glitch? Is it Pedro's responsibility to do that?
No.
Okay.
I said that before the live.
Okay. Well, that's the thing. You said that, but the other ones haven't. They want to blame Pedro. We actually saw Torp talking about people are cheating, but yet he got mad and yelled, and he's mad because he couldn't cheat too. That's the kind of fucked up mentalities these people have. You're pissed off because you couldn't cheat. What the fuck? People aren't cheaters. And as far as the Top Dasher program, what does a Top Dasher program give you other than the ability to dash now? Other
That's
than ability to
important.
dash now?
That's the
Nothing.
important thing.
Well,
Look,
it
I
could be
can't dash
important.
right now. I can't dash ever because my
Uh-huh.
market's gray.
Yeah.
DoorDash is one of the best apps, period. DoorDash and Uber. And I want you to remember this. Pedro, because I got to rebuttal what you just said. Pedro didn't promote, but he did a video on Para. Okay. It was DoorDash versus Para. I put him
Mhm.
sadly on blast. You did this video after saying you didn't do this video. And he did it for one day and he said it sucked. So he stopped doing it. But it was our
Mhm.
responsibility, like he said, to not do it if you don't want to get deactivated. So I'm just saying he could have did DoorDash versus a glitch in the same exact way. But that was the old Pedro that literally gave you new tips and tricks every day. I'm not saying I'm a fan or he's freaking President Obama, but I'm sorry, the gig space, he's the most compelling, interesting gig tuber. So I watch his videos because I'm hoping and praying that he does a video, make $1 million with DoorDash with these secrets, and he gives me some tips. But you know it ain't gonna happen. That's the crack that Pedro created off of the crack of DoorDash. And he today or yesterday did a video where he shows his trips as he does. That's how he used to do it. He used to put what trip he was on, how much it was, he put a screenshot and what he was doing. Now he's back. It takes more time, but he's back to doing that and being more honest. And that's all everybody asked. But if Torp and them goes in from now on, they need to shut up because Pedro, he fixed it. He's being more honest, more transparent, and that's all we asked. And I want to say this about Dash and Trader. He was on my channel hating, and Pedro gave him a platform by making him seem like relevant to a lot of people. So when Dash and Trader is calling me stupid and dumb for working 100 hours and only making $1,500, but then he's on Pedro's live throwing shots at me for no reason, I never answered back. I never responded. So me responding to him and all these other people who were haters, I don't block people. Now
Yeah.
people are mad that I'm doing what everybody else do. You done it a couple times. You ripped the crap out of Torp. You ripped the crap out of a lot of people, and I loved it. That's the reason why I subscribed to you like a month ago. Otherwise, I wouldn't have watched you because, like, I didn't hear any tips or tricks. It was just the way you're like stone cold.
Yeah.
Favorite wrestler.
I don't do tips and trips because I don't believe in doing tips and tricks. I never started my channel off tips and tricks, and what happened to you and the way you feel right now is the reason why. I can't tell you what to do in California. I can help you a little bit here in Vegas, but even then, every market is different. Even in Vegas, there are different zones, different. It's different. So that's why this is why maybe I feel I can understand you feel the way you do, because I never did tips and tricks because I can't tell you how to work your market. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never lived. I'm born and raised in Vegas. So I can't tell you how to work in LA. I can't tell you how to work in Miami. I can't do that. So I'm never going to try to tell you how to do something when I don't know what it takes to do it in your area. Like right now, you said Dash Now would help you a great bit.
Oh yeah.
Right there in LA. Okay. I wouldn't have known that so I'm not going to try to promote something if I don't know your market. Same with Pedro, same with anybody. Yeah, they can give you generic ass tips and tricks, but at the end of the day, it's still up to you as an individual. Do I risk my life on what another man is telling me, or do I go out and try to do it myself and learn it for myself? I've always been that guy. I'll learn it for myself. I'd rather learn something for myself than to rely on another man, because if I rely on another man to do everything for me, I'm only going to be disappointed at the end of the day. If I learn how to do it for myself, I am going to feel good about myself. And it's going to make me work harder. And anybody that says you're stupid, I do bust people's balls for working 7 days a week, but I'm also the first one to give you praise because I know you're doing what you had to do to get to where you're at. You're not homeless. You're not this. You're not that. That's busting your balls to do what you had to do. You know what I'm saying? Same here. I had to work. I did 2 part-time jobs, living in my car until I got, somewhat on my feet. I ended up in a hospital living in my car. So I ended up in the hospital almost dying from blood clots in my lungs. So, yeah. So I know where you're coming from with that, but I will never. And like I said, I can't speak for other grown men that are willing to watch another person and take that shit to heart. And yes, maybe you could try it, but at the end of the day, I can't. I don't feel sorry for those people. I really don't, to be honest with you, bro. Because, like I said, I don't. Even they should, and that's something they should even be able to comprehend, bro. Is that Pedro don't live in my market. How can Pedro be giving me tips if he doesn't even live in my market? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, but I think
And
so, and I think it's the gig apps that have really hurt people at the end of the day because because they continue to drop the rates. They do this. They're putting you in a slave mentality. I
yep,
got to do this every day because I'm not able to make as much as I used to make. So now
yep,
I'm working 120 hours. I'm working 140 hours, whatever case may be.
yep,
So they're putting people in such desperate situations that they're willing to listen to anything and everything to try to make
yep.
that extra
That's me
$5.
months
Yeah,
ago, of course.
where I was different. I figured out, hey, DoorDash ain't doing it for me. I'm homeless. DoorDash ain't doing it for me. Boom. I went out and got 2 part-time jobs, and I was doing DoorDash on the side. That's how I did it because I realized I woke up and said, "Fuck this. This is not doing it for me. I'm still homeless. I'm still, making not making enough right now to pay what I got to pay." So I said, "Fuck it. I'm going back to the W-2s," and that's what I did. But some people just don't have. They just can't do that. They're so stuck on this mentality. Oh, I want to be this freelancer. I want to
Yep,
have, and they end up being a slave to the app anyways because they're having to work 7 days a week. You're having to do 3 split shifts just to be able to make money. So it's no different than a W-2 at the end of the day because you're still having to schedule. Like right now, you have to do scheduling to work on DoorDash. It's no
yep,
different than me working getting a schedule at my W-2. You know what I'm saying? So
yep.
I think the
No,
apps have a lot of, have made a lot of people think that they have to, that they become slaves to the apps because they're hurting and it's a day to day money and it's quick day to day money and people get caught up in that shit instead of looking at shit at the long term. You
yep,
looked at it from the long term.
yep,
And maybe you can't do DoorDash right now. You got Spark at least. You got something while you could schedule on DoorDash or whatever the case may be. You have something to work in between. So a lot of people don't want to do that. They only want to work the one app because they don't want a multi-app. They don't want to do that.
yep,
It's a fucking excuse. If you have
yep.
8 fucking different apps in your market that you can work, why aren't you working all 8 of those apps? You can't say, "Oh well, I only want to work DoorDash and I'm not making enough money." Well, you have 8 other apps to make money from. When DoorDash ain't working, guess what? You jump to the next app, Spark. You jump to the next app, Curry. Whatever the case, whatever you have in your thing. That's a true independent contractor or
Yep.
a true gig worker. They're going to work as many apps as they can when they can. If this app ain't working for me, guess what? I'm going to this app. And I'll work this app until my schedule comes through on DoorDash, and then I'll work my DoorDash app.
Yep.
It just that's how true workers does. A true gig worker is.
Yeah, I agree with
But
everything
I'm not gonna
you
bust
said.
your balls for you got to do what you got to do. So
Yeah,
they can say you're stupid all they want, but once again,
yep,
it's all based on their market. They may not have to work the 100 hours that you have to make the money because they live in a market where they can get away with 60 hours. So
yep,
you know it's
yep. I'll tell you, I'm waitlisted on like probably 4 different apps. But I'll tell you this: believe it or not, if Jeff Thomas, as I tried to explain to him, he doesn't really know how to communicate to this market of people. You guys are really fighting the same fight for people to get rid of that slave mentality. I had the slave mentality up until a month ago, to where I was literally half of the time I was working, I wasn't getting paid. 16 hours, only making money in 8 hours is not getting paid. I was only making like 200 max in 16 hours. So
Mhm.
he's fighting that, but he's going about it the wrong way. He doesn't understand. Stop attacking Pedro, you people who are actually trying to help people and just make people feel better about this gig work. I'm trying to get him to stop attacking and try to align, because ultimately a lot of us are slave minded with these apps to where we're not getting paid for half the time. But one thing I was going to ask you to address what you just said here, you vote, right?
Yes.
Where do you get your information on who you're going to vote for from?
Well, I do my own physical research. I look at different news sources, Fox
Okay.
News. I look at other different news sources. I'll watch some CNN. I try to get all my news from everybody and
Yeah.
then take the best deduction I can from what I'm reading and go from there, and from what I've seen in the past. That's how I'll vote.
Okay. So here's the situation. I don't know if you noticed, but I found this out a few days ago. 50% of ads on Fox and CNN and all these media organization news stations are all from pharmaceutical companies. So the reason why you see so many commercials about, you know, asthma and of course the, you know, the jab and all this stuff is because they're getting paid and they have to do what the companies are telling them to do, which is why Tucker, for example, got eliminated and these people are being removed. So here's the situation. If you found that out, that these companies are being bought out because of the fact, or doing things because of the fact they want the money, this new money that's coming in, wouldn't that make you distrust them if they weren't giving you the real truth about the country? They were giving you what the pharmaceutical companies wanted to push, such as, you know, for example, Trump trying to get the thing done before election time, and they weren't honest. He got it done, but instead they waited until the week after elections to say that is magically ready. So that's dishonest. So that's the reason why with Pedro being the most active, popular gig tuber, I'm sorry, he's that guy. And with that responsibility, you know, if you don't separate yourself from entertainment and like entertainment for money, for profit, for your family, and being a source to help somewhat change your life, because that's the vibe that he's been on prior to the past year. And I get it, you change. When you start making money, you start getting all these apps to give you affiliate links. They tried to get me to behave in a certain way, but I chose not to do it, which is why my channel isn't, you know, I don't sell t-shirts, nothing. I'm keeping it real on my channel. They don't want to work with you. But with Pedro and with these big gig tubers, they had to kind of not sell out, but be more professional, conduct themselves in a way that they would not have you know, bowed down to a year ago before, you know, they started getting the money from, you know, Solo, and you have the Get Moves, and you have these companies. You can't down DoorDash and Lyft and these companies if you need people to do these apps to get affiliate $10 affiliate that, or anybody signs up, you get $10. You gotta get people to get sucked back in with this crack, and that's the point. Pedro, he doesn't have no. He can do whatever he wants. I told you when I went on Flex's Live, I wasn't gonna come yell or nothing. I kept it professional after that first interaction we had. I apologize for. I'm a professional guy because I want to make money off YouTube, but I'm still gonna keep it real. So that's the reason why Pedro, he has a responsibility to tell people, which is what he's doing now, that this is entertainment, and he's been using the word entertainment the past couple weeks. Now, guess what? You can come out and say you made $600 on a Saturday. Who cares? Because it's entertainment. That's going to boost me up and say, you know what? If Pedro did it, I can do it too. Not me personally, but you have people that literally are living and dying off these gig tubers. So that's the point I want you to understand.
But that's the thing. People need to understand also, if you're doing gig work, you've been doing it long enough, that you can make some big numbers. We've seen the big numbers put up there. So as long as I don't see Pedro, I have never seen Pedro say I do this on a regular, consistent basis. If he comes out and shows, hey, I made $500 today, I have yet to ever say, hey, I can make this every day. He's never done that. So if he decides to make a video showing, hey, I made $500 today, that's what he did. He had a great day. He was lucky enough to do it. I'm sure you've had big days where you've done big numbers. But he can't be held responsible for doing everything for everybody. And that's what everybody wants him to be, is the guy to give me all the answers. And unfortunately, Pedro don't have all the answers. And it is his job, because he is on YouTube, to do content that entertains his viewers, and he do that. So that's when people need to wake up and realize, hey, with a grain of salt, I'm going to listen, and if something he says I can catch and I can use it and it helps me, good. But people blaming Pedro because what Pedro says, and they want to go word by word for everything Pedro says, that's on that individual. Every individual has a mind. Like you have a mind to think for yourself, how you look at your politics and everything. You have that mind to do it yourself. So that's what people need to do when they go on YouTube, is you need to use your own mind instead of the hive mind. You know what I'm saying? Too many people are stuck in the hive mind because they have put themselves in financial hardship because of these apps, because they don't know when to say when. That's the problem. They don't know when to say when, because this is where the gig tubers I have issue with too, is because they see these gig tubers doing it, and these gig tubers are constantly, propping up the gig apps. So these people, or you see gig tubers saying, I will never do a W-2 again. And that shit sticks to people. That
Yeah.
shit sticks to people, and they're going to think the same thing. Well, if this guy is never going back, why should I go back? You know what I'm saying? They don't realize, and it's unfortunately people get sucked in, bro. Look at CNN. People get sucked in on the regular of all the
Yeah.
fucking garbage, and unfortunately, these people that are being sucked in by Pedro and or whatever gig tour it may be, that's because they don't choose to think for themselves.
Yep.
And at least you're starting to wake up to the fact that, hey, man, I'm not gonna be taking this shit word for word anymore.
Yep.
I've seen some things that have made me change my mind. You're one of the smart ones, and sometimes it just takes a big wake up call to find that. And unfortunately, too many people are relying on Pedro, Bentley Coupe. I came up with a saying not too long ago. People are living their lives through other people's eyes instead of
Yep.
living it through their own. So that's the
That's
problem.
this country.
People need to start learning to live life through their eyes and not somebody else's. And in the process, of course they're gonna take it out on Pedro because they're unsuccessful. They haven't been able to make it work. So let me blame the guy I watch every day. I'm gonna
Yep.
blame Pedro, and that's what people are doing. Whether Pedro knew about the glitch or not, at the end of the day, even if you knew the glitch, there's no guarantee being a top dasher knowing the glitch is going to make you more money. There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee. If you look at a lot of the gig tubers that had to do hell weeks, why did they have to do hell weeks? Because they did it, got top dasher status, and cherry picked their way through the rest of the month until the last week and went back to try to get top dasher status. That's because top dasher status, other than the Dash Now feature, which may help you, doesn't maybe help everybody else. So for some reason, people think top dasher, I got to be a top dasher to make money, and that is a total false statement. And so anybody that is promoting top dasher is the only way you can make money. They don't know how to work the apps, and they're spreading false information.
I got you on that. I got a little side question in regards to that. Can you be bot? Can somebody
Can I be
come to
bot?
you? I mean, actually, can you? Because everybody got a dollar amount. I mean, when I say bot, can a company come and approach you and say, hey, how much would you need to work with Torp? Forget about the past. Forget about all he was screwing. How much can we give you?
Nothing. I'm not that guy.
Because you're real. That's the point. You're
I'm
real.
not that guy. Yeah.
You're real. So
I'm
here's
not that
another
guy.
thing. You have, and I'm not trying to pick on Pedro. It's just Pedro's the biggest, so he's the best example to make. Dash and Trader, Bentley, whatever his name is, DoorDash Diaries. They should not have platforms because they were as bad as me kicking a bag. Dash and Trader was confronting customers, women, terrifying them. He shouldn't be a DoorDasher, but he's using, fake accounts or accounts from his family members. But Pedro validated him to where that passed. Dash Trader acts like he never did that to blow up on YouTube. And that's the reason why he blew up. So he shouldn't have a platform. DoorDash Diaries has been against us. He's the one that's been ripping us for complaining about not taking no tip orders. No trip. He was against it. So those two guys shouldn't have platforms. So that's what I mean by selling out. You wouldn't make up with Torp because Torp, you don't stand for what he believes in. Okay? So you can't be bought. Pedro sold out for DoorDash Diaries, and he's allowing Dash and Trader a platform, even though they're in the same city. Some people you just can't give credit to because those are two people terrible for this community, and they didn't earn it. I didn't earn the opportunity to go on Pedro's live, which is why months ago, like in January and December, he asked me to come on when I was popping. I said, I'll let you know. And I never let him know because I didn't feel like I earned it. I'm not going to get handouts. I don't need that. I'm going to wait and earn it. And that's the reason why I went on the other day, because I felt like I earned enough to just show up. Yeah. So that's the biggest key. The people at the top, when they get the 40, 50,000 subscribers, they're selling out and they're pushing information that they would not have pushed if they weren't getting paid to push. Pedro was getting paid to push Moves and Solo app, or not, I think it's called Solo, Moves and Solo, I believe, to where those apps are tracking our data. You can't tell me that data is not being given to these gig companies, because these companies, how do they make money? They don't really have ads on the app. So they're not giving you money out the goodness of their heart to sign up. Like, they're collecting our data for purposes that's going to only benefit them, because nobody reads the terms and conditions. So once again, we're pushing these products, we're pushing people for the money. And that's the reason why I even came at Pedro, because he's giving Dash and Trader a voice, credibility, to where he's coming at me for working 100 hours, $1,500, which is a real thing that the gig workers got to do. We can't make 1,550 hours. So I'm just motivating people to do this, save up, to get a career in something else by going to school or go get a job with a company. But my goal was just to make enough to do that. And I give people real. That's the reason why, another reason why people are coming at them. I'm not talking about Torp and all. I'm talking about just everybody, because of the fact they're being sellouts. They're selling, which I would do the same if I was Pedro. I would if
You
Google's
know,
going to give me thousands of dollars, I would sell out. I'm
you
sorry.
know,
I need to feed my
and,
family.
and the unfortunate part, these people that are coming at Pedro for being a sellout would sell out themselves. They're
Yeah,
just
I
mad
would
because
too.
they're just mad because they're not at that point. If they were at that point, they would
Yep.
do the same thing. I'm not going to call Pedro a sellout. I don't know the products that he pushes. I don't know if he truly believes in them 100%. But I'm not going to do that. If somebody came to me, let's say Mountain Dew came to me. You guys know I
Yeah.
drink a shit ton of Mountain Dew. Yeah, I would be confident and say, hey, drink Mountain Dew because I love the shit. I'm not going to,
Hold on.
because,
What about
yeah,
Bud Light?
I'm
What
getting
about
paid
Bud
for it.
Light? No, that's a better
No, I
example.
don't
What
do
about Bud
Bud. I
Light?
don't. No Bud Light,
Hold on.
bro.
What if they said $10,000 for you to promote us for 6 months?
No. Mm-mm.
You see what I'm saying? That goes
No,
against
I
your
do. I have
country.
my own belief system and morals. I don't do. Yeah, I don't believe in that shit.
That's the point.
So, but that's the thing. Maybe you know what I hope this glitch did. I hope it wakes more people up to think for themselves, bro. That's
Yep.
what I
That's
really
what I.
hope it
Yep.
does. That's what I hope, because if it took this little glitch thing to wake people up to learn to do shit for themselves instead of rely
Yep.
on other people, then the glitch was successful. Is the
Yep.
glitch successful for people making more money on DoorDash? No, not at all. I'll 100% guarantee that's bullshit.
They're probably right about that in the long run. You
That's
might be
garbage
right about
because
that in certain
yeah,
markets.
because yeah, well, certain markets, yeah, but like I said, we don't know every market, so we can't
Yep.
even. So yeah, we could say it might have helped, but we don't know. We can't even say that for sure, 100%, because we still see as a top dasher, you still get all the fucking shitty orders in the world.
Yep.
Diamond program, shitty orders. You still getting all the shitty orders. I can cherry pick better than I was getting on Diamond. I can cherry
Okay.
pick better than Diamond. I saw you brought up Flex today. You said the Diamond program. If I kept my stuff above 50%, you
Oh
used
yeah.
$4. You used 4 miles at $10. And this
Yep.
is when I wish I could have been up there, because I could tell you as a cherry picker, if I was to cherry pick at 8% and I take a 2 mile for $6, who was more profitable? That Diamond order you decided to take, or the one I took at six
No, the
mile
one you took.
6 dollars?
Absolutely, the one you took.
Exactly. So even if you use the glitch to get up to Diamond status, the Diamond order still ain't any better than what I could do as a cherry picker. You know,
Yep.
see what I'm saying? So really, there was no help there. The glitch wouldn't have helped you do anything, because I could still cherry pick better orders than they're giving me on the Diamond program.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I hope came out of the glitch, is more people learn to think for them fucking selves and not rely on other grown men to live their lives for them and to show them how to live their life as a man. You're a fucking man. Step up to the
Yep.
plate. Do what you need to do for yourself. Quit following other people. You're not. This ain't the Pied Piper. Learn to do shit for yourself, and that's what I hope the glitch opened people's eyes to realize that. Damn, I got to rely on myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's
I mean,
what I hope came out of it.
now I'll tell you, when I moved to Vegas. Prior to that, why I'll be straight up, I was a liberal. And you know what? Most liberals, we think alike. We play the victim card. We need everything. Give us everything. Give me this. You hurt my feelings. So when I moved to Vegas, I became independent because I realized that the Black Americans that I was encountering, never seen this in Youngstown, Ohio before, as a whole, were sharply dressed. They didn't make excuses. They were making good money. I saw more dads with their kids, and it woke me up and made me realize that they all do the same thing. They literally, for the most part, they're more conservative. The whole pick yourself up by the bootstrap. They push police. They push these things. Okay, and I'm like, why am I against police? And I've never had a cop disrespect me, and I love cops. I feel safe with cops. That hive mind is something that took a year, and it was Hillary Clinton that got me off of that hive mind. Okay. Um, Now that I'm a conservative, and in Black community, not too many of us are. I went from being one of the most popular guys in my city I tell you I'm having a party at my club or at a venue, I got thousands showing up. To now, if I did that, I'm got 100 people showing up because they hate my politics. They hate that I don't think like everybody else. Trump is bad, and the talk. So you got to understand with the gig space, a lot of the people, it's kind of like you have the people that are banging Pedro, and you have the people that are banging people like you and Torp. Not comparing you, but I'm saying the people that don't have the big subscribers, but you guys are giving real information. You're keeping it real. It's a vibe. Pedro and them is more of like corporate, like polished. Got to say the right thing just to get the view time, and that's where we're at. It's like a civil war to where no people don't know to just go to the local news station. Don't go to the major news site. I mean, the news media source, because they're gonna keep it PC. The local news is gonna say the school got shot because two white males shot the school. But if you go to CNN, they're gonna say two males shot the school because they don't want to have the drama.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by that's creating the tension because people don't understand Pedro. He's big now. I respect him. I tell everybody he grinded. You can't take 4 months of a glitch that didn't really matter and forget about the 4 years of good stuff he did. And he still is doing good things. But
Yeah.
he's too popular to talk about bottom feeder things, such as the glitch, such as doing this thing to make an extra $4. That's what we do because we're smaller and we have more of like 100 people to 500 people watching our videos. So they want that information. And I think that's the debate right now. And Torp, I hope they understand. Pedro has to be professional because he's at a whole nother level than the rest of us. He's I mean, when he gets monetized, he's making 5,000-10,000 a month. I wouldn't jeopardize that when I got a kid and a wife and a family I got to take care of. So that's the reason why I see where he's coming from as a gig tuber. Remember, I'm talking as a gig tuber, not as a fan. I used to be a fan before I started doing gig tuber. I'm still a fan, but I used to watch him faithfully because I was a fan. I'm trying to make money. Now being a gig tuber, now I just see the difference. But once again, no hate to Pedro, but you got to stop platforming people that aren't shooting real information. And I think we'll have more people independently thinking instead of people confused on what's real. Pedro saying you're lazy if you're not, or actually Pedro not, but people he's promoting are saying you're doing it wrong if you're not making this money. So people are taking him serious. But then you have Roy telling you, hey, you go and pull yourself up by the bootstraps. I'm working 100 hours and you're only going to make 20 or 18 hour. Do this to do it. If you need to, just work. Stop crying. They're not listening to you. They're going to call you a hater because you're not making them feel better about not doing it right. And I think that's something that Pedro.
And that's the thing. That's the one reason why nobody should have went after Pedro to begin with. One, nobody had any proof. So even if Pedro knew the glitch and he said he did, he said when he learned how to do it, but he was entrusted not to tell people about the glitch. That shows me character in Pedro that he's not a shark. He's not a backstabber. He has loyalty to the people that he deals with. So if Pedro has the fucking balls to come on his channel that night and say, hey, I was told by a friend not to do this. My loyalty is to my friend. That speaks more to me than a lot of these people, especially the ones that were accusing him of stuff, because they wanted to use it. They were mad they didn't get to know about it. So Pedro showed his loyalty. And from what I've seen with Pedro's video, whether the way I look at his video, he's been loyal to his subscribers. He has helped a shit ton of people make money. And so I can't fault Pedro for anything because Pedro is loyal to himself. He's loyal to his friends, and he's definitely loyal to this community because he has put out the most fucking content. He busts his ass to put out the content. And it's up to you once again, it all boils down to personal responsibility. It's up to you to take what you hear and see from him, whether he promotes fucking Dashing Trader, whoever the case may be. Who fucking cares about that? We don't care what Dashing Trader does. So he can promote Dashing Trader all he wants. I want to know what on DoorDash I can do. Can I go out and try it and make money? Sure. You can. You can't. Like I said, all markets are different. So I'm never going to go after somebody without one proof. And shit like that. So nobody should have ever came after Pedro. The only reason, in my eyes, people came after Pedro is because he's one of the biggest.
Yep.
And that was getting them the
That played a
views that
part.
they wanted those views for their channel. They wanted those clicks and views for their channel. That's why they went after Pedro. And now that Pedro stood up for himself, he made everybody look fucking stupid that went after him. And now I'm starting to see apology videos. I'm starting to see these disclaimers. Oh, it wasn't blah blah. Yeah, because now that they're waking up to the fact that they look fucking dumb because the man had the proof. And
Yep.
yes, Pedro, and what else people also got to understand, Pedro's not perfect, bro. He's not perfect by far, and he's not perfect. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect.
Yep.
Pedro's not perfect. You just said something about you never had an issue with cops. I look at cops totally different, bro, because I've been on the other side of the fence. I know what it's like to be harassed by the cops. I was on probation for 2 years, and I had to deal with daily harassment from the police. So I know what it's like. So that's where one thing we can you have never as a white man, I've had to deal with some fucked up cop shit. So,
Yep.
I don't say I hate cops. I respect cops up to the point that you disrespect me, then my disrespect comes out. But I can say as a white man, I've been on the other side of the law, so I know what it's like to have to deal with the harassment and shit. But as far as what Pedro did, this glitch, everything about it, it was stupid to begin with. Like I said, nobody really benefited from the glitch. I could, and at the end of the day, all they did was fucking hurt people, bro. By bringing up the glitch, the people that maybe were benefiting from the glitch that really needed it. I'm not saying you didn't really need it, but there are people out there that, they kept it to themselves. They were eating off of it and doing this. These people just ruined it for everybody. So you're trying to help the bottom feeders, but you just ruined it for the bottom feeders because now, DoorDash is going to fix it. So, did you actually help the community by blowing up the glitch, or did you hurt the community by blowing up the glitch?
Yep.
So you got to look from both sides.
No, you're right about that. And here's the thing: before I went on that live, I did a video and I straight up said in that video, who cares? Because of me coming on Flex and realizing that I'm actually stupid for even being mad about the glitch. And in reality, I wasn't even mad because I don't care about gig work anymore. So I took responsibility and I allowed myself to become a hater based off of, I kind of turned into the gig tubers that were bashing my channel and I was ignoring them. I turned into them. Like I decided to go. And I think the reason why Pedro, no matter what, showed me a little bit more respect is because I come with points. I don't come with just you're ugly or your feet are big. I'm not dissing. I'm coming with like, this is the reason why. And it was a bad look for me to be on there because I didn't care about the glitch. I cared more about the not showing your numbers. But you're telling people, you're telling people that you're letting people tell people that you're not doing it right. But if you're not making $400, $300, and it ain't no right way of doing it. It depends on your market. And that was the conversation I was trying to have. But I think I got looped into the glitch situation. So I will admit, I was wrong for going about it that way. And then on another note, 2 times cops saved my life. But I got pulled over right at the right across the street from MGM at that 7-Eleven because I ran in. There's a bunch of FBI, not FBI, but the feds were like outside. And I ran in to go get my ID to go to the sports book. And when I was leaving, they stopped me, and I was getting into this car, this Benz that was expired tags on it. And I remember he put me in handcuffs, the first time really being in handcuffs, and I started like shaking. And he's like, "Dude, relax. It ain't that deep." And they let me go with no ticket. But that was the only time I got racial profiled in my life. I mean, I've been pulled over driving while black, straight up. Like pulled me over because I was in the white community, black. But this was in like the early 2000s. But like the past 10 years, I've had nothing but respect for cops because I haven't had any bad issues. I know some cops are bad, so I get that. But realistically, most of us aren't dealing with cops. And if you're minding your business, you're not acting like an idiot, you don't have to deal with cops. But no, I mean, I'll say this. On another side note, I know you're like all about being a grown man and not talking. And, if you're going to talk, then you got to be willing to back it up. Dash and Trader, I invited him to book a boxing ring, and I'll fly to wherever he's at, St. Louis, and man to man, we box. If he beats me, I shake his hand after. If I beat him, shake hands after. But I think that you and Torp, I don't know. I think y'all need to like go undercard, or actually not undercard, the next week. I think that'd be a good situation that would prove a lot. Like, stop talking. which is what a lot of GigTubers are doing, talking, and they're not putting real behind their words. Most of these people are not going to approach you. You're a scary man. I mean, from what I see here, but you might be the nicest man, but they're talking crap like in a disrespectful way, like they're going to do something. And that's the thing I think needs to change. Too many of these new GigTubers are coming on channels like, dude, I'm going to beat you up. You're an idiot, this and that. Disrespectful, but dude, you're not going to do nothing in person. And that's making us all look like clowns. And it's making us all look bad when we're all grown men. We're like middle age. We're not kids. We shouldn't be threatening each other's lives and talking about, I'll punch you if I see, So I think that's something we need to do. I hope Dash and Trader agrees to that. But we need to like box it out, shake hands after like men. I think it'll do a lot of good because I don't know about you guys. I'm trying to grow this channel, but I know a lot of you guys are doing this for fun from what I was told. You guys don't really care about the monetization, but
Okay. Okay. I'm going to tell you guys right now. I'm going to let a few people in here. So, did I answer your questions? Did we work?
No, I got a question about Tort. Would you box him?
Yeah, no problem. But I'm going to let a few people in here.
Okay, that's
but
fine.
This is the deal. I will let you guys in here. You guys, this ain't Flex's channel. Let's be respectful. One at a time. We're not here to bash this kid. This kid has obviously he has explained that he saw shit and he sees shit differently now, and that he admitted that he may have made a mistake or has made a mistake. So don't go bashing on the kid because I'll kick you the fuck out of the room. So my room isn't that bullshit where it's a free for all pick on the kid. He's trying to get everybody's point of view to make, which is the smart thing. Instead of going to one person and believing everything, he's going to different people to try to figure out what's going to work best for him. So give him that fucking respect. If you're gonna come at him, give him that respect. Don't yell at him and all this other shit. So are you cool with that? Yeah, I'll answer your thing about Torque, whatever you want to talk about. But
okay, and I appreciate that, but I want y'all to know y'all can ask me anything. I don't care. Yeah. As long as you're willing to talk and not, like the name calling is a waste of time. But I appreciate that. Y'all can ask me anything. It doesn't matter.
Okay, what do you want to ask about Torque?
Would you box him if he agreed?
No, I would not. No, I would not. He wouldn't be. It's not a challenge to me, bro. I spent 7 years of my life beating people up for a living, so no, I would not. He's not worth my time mentioning his name. It's not even worth it to me. He's just a sad old man that obviously has issues up here, bro. First of all, he has an issue with this. He needs to fix that before he worries about the glitch. He needs to fix his issue with that and other things before he worries about the glitch or trying to fight with me, because Roy don't play those games, bro. I spent 15 years in a motorcycle club. I don't play games. I am not that guy. So as you can see, I go hard in the paint, and if it gets physical, I don't let up until somebody's not moving anymore. That's my way of looking at it. So no, he's not worth my time. But I don't pay for StreamYards, so we're only going to get so many people that are allowed in here. So you don't have to worry about like 25 people up in this bitch.
Oh yeah, so, I can handle anything, so it's all good.
All right, cool. So you guys got the open floor. I got to take a piss. Feel free.
Ugh. All right. So Dennis, I just want to make two quick points, but before I do, I got to give you credit, man. I got to give you credit. I appreciate your honesty, and I respect, the fact that you're able to come up here and have a very civil conversation. I know things between me and you got a little heated earlier. But I tend to be a hothead. So I do have two things. The first thing I would like to say, and this is more of like a hopeful, helpful advice for you, would be that if you need help, to me, in my opinion, the best way to figure out like how you can maybe change your money situation a little bit, or maybe work a little bit less, would be more to talk to people in your specific market, like drivers or rideshare people you run into, versus like listening to YouTubers. Because like Roy said, I mean, we can say the most simplest things, but the reality is that none of us can tell you what's going on in your market. So that would be the best route for you. And two, and this doesn't really go out to just you, this goes out to really everybody, and I've been guilty of this in the past. We have all got to stop putting these YouTubers on a pedestal. I don't care if they have 500 million subscribers. They're no different than the rest of us. They still have to put their pants on the same way, take a piss the same way, So in the end of the day, just because they got a big following doesn't make them any better than us, and doesn't mean they're any more right than we are. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So I'll answer. Let me as you guys ask questions, I'll respond before somebody else come on if you guys don't mind. So the first question, you're right about that. I do talk to a few drivers out here. Most of the drivers are doing, mainly Lyft, Uber, Spark. And I had a driver that put me on game with Flex. He's like, if you do 2 Flex blocks a day, you're gonna make about 200 to 250 because you're gonna get some instant offers too. So that's advice that I didn't take. I wish I would have taken that advice, but but I hate driving so many or doing so many deliveries on one block. So that's the biggest pointer I've been given. But no, you're right. I gotta ask more questions and see who's winning. I'm still thinking being in the Midwest to where Pedro and them are pretty much at listening to what's coming out around our area. North Carolina and Ohio, of course. But yeah, I got to do a better job at that. And then the pedestal, I think that, prior to this year, you only had really 10 gig tubers that everybody watched. Even Mushimu, nobody talks about him. These guys put themselves in celebrity level to where, like James Harden, there's NBA players, there's freaking NFL players you follow. There's people that are like popping that you're going to follow. The gig tubers did a good job of getting on that level to where in the gig tube space, these are like the James Harden, the Michael Jordan. Like Pedro's like the Michael Jordan of the gig tube space. Rideshare Professor, I listen to him a lot. He shares a bunch of news. He goes on rants. So they did a good job of being popular, and you can't fault anybody for like thinking of them as like the NBA, the rapper, or the pop star. Or they did that. They put the effort in. They made themselves household names. So that's the reason why I'll never take that credit away, because up until this year, half of us, maybe not half of us, a couple of us, me at least, and a bunch of other gig tubers were not doing this, which is why you don't see too many 20,000 plus subscriber accounts. You only see like a bunch of 1,000 to 5,000 subscriber accounts because most of us are new. So that's how I feel about the giving love to like the Pedros, the Megan Wisner, I think her last name is, those people who they built up when nobody was doing it, So hope that kind of answered that question.
Oh no, I get you, and I agree, and I'm not in any way trying to take anything away from anybody or say anything about hey, they haven't earned it. Absolutely they have. What I'm trying to say is I'm trying to remind people that yes, they have worked hard, yes, they deserve it, but at the end of the day, like remember, everybody has to start somewhere, right? So it's like at one point those people were in the same boat you're in, the same boat I'm in.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody comes from humble beginnings for the most part. You know what I mean? So it's like, and if more people would just remind themselves, hey, this is where I came from, and then I'm not any better than anybody else, I think it would be a lot less toxic in the gig community. I think a big part of that is egos tend to fly high, and everybody wants to be the first one to, break this news or whatever. So we're all out here trying to achieve the same goal, which is to obviously provide for our families or kids, whatever you got.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all.
Question real quick. Are you a Kobe fan?
Me personally?
Or MJ fan?
I'm still gonna always argue that Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time.
All right.
Okay.
Tony's up next. Tony's next in the room.
Yep. So here we go real quick. If you have a basketball player, Kevin Durant, and a lot of these players, they looked at Michael Jordan as the guy that they want to be, and they did exactly kind of what he did, and they became great like him on that level, but not on that level, of course, but to that level. You couldn't tell that person, don't be Michael Jordan, because Michael Jordan did a good job keeping his image solid. He stayed out of politics, stayed out of anything but basketball. So, and he wasn't a sellout. So the point of the matter is, with the gig tuber who blows himself up and stays straight, which is hard to do, it's just this new generation. It's hard for celebrities and people that gain big followings to stay straight. They get bought out and they change their whole mentality. But you can't tell people to not want to be that person if that person is making good money and selling, or not even selling, but showing this life that they got that you wish you had, such as the comfortable life to take care of your kid, your wife, buy a new car, make money off YouTube. So you can't fault somebody for seeing that person as their Michael Jordan in the gig space and trying to duplicate what that guy's doing when he's doing everything right to a certain point. So I hope that kind of made sense on. I would never tell anybody not to try to be Pedro because he's done everything right. He's made money,
Right.
no excuses, no crying. Roy, for example, he's making money, no excuses, doing the right thing. If you're making money, doing the right thing, so you can't tell somebody not to be you because that would cause people to just stay down and complain and not duplicate what's working or the person that's working, So I
Yeah.
hope that kind of
Yeah. Of course.
made a little bit of
Yeah.
sense.
Again, I just like for me, it would just be more of like, yeah, you can obviously take bits and pieces of information. That's what we all do. Nothing any of us do up here is original. But I would say that the best thing to do would be to forge your own path. Now, if that means you got to take a little bit from a bunch of different things, then so be
Yep.
it. But there's a difference between taking information and copycatting someone else, and that's not what I'm saying you're doing. I'm just what I'm saying.
I get that.
There we go.
Okay, so let Tony talk.
Hey, how's it going, Dennis?
Hey, how you doing? I'm good.
I just had a couple of questions based on just the communication from the other channels that say that gig tubers are using a glitch and that DoorDash intentionally made the glitch and gave the glitch to the gig content creators as a thank you. And they said that Bentley Coop and Pedro were people who got that from DoorDash, but yet they do not provide any information to prove that. Now, my question with that information is, how would Pedro using a glitch benefit him to use a glitch and then also push any information out positively to convince people to use Solo, for example, because Solo is basically an earnings by time guarantee. If he was using a glitch, he would not need that because his average dollar amount per order would outpace what Solo would guarantee. And
Okay.
Moves doesn't need any of the gig economy drivers to use specifically DoorDash. Their most stock that they hold, because that's what they want to do. They want to be able to have a collective of gig workers to own stocks of their own. The most stocks that they own on their app is Uber. That's their number one amount of stocks that they hold and that their user base holds from using the Moves app. So it's not that they need him to push DoorDash or any of the apps, because like Curry's on there, you can use it for no gig work. You can deposit your W-2 into it. So they're just a banking app, period. But they want to help gig workers. So that's my question. Like, how is his sponsorships with those two companies going to be benefited by him using a glitch in the first place?
Okay. Solid question. I think the whole glitch situation, first off, if he was using a glitch, I mean, on principle, you're able to sit in your car if you do DoorDash only, which he doesn't. So I don't think he was necessarily using the glitch. Maybe Bentley, because he promotes, he only pretty much does DoorDash. But with Pedro now in hindsight, I don't think he was using the glitch. But if he was to use the glitch, he would definitely benefit, even though you have the guaranteed earnings, which is only available in certain markets. I don't know if it's available in his market. Do you know if it's available in St. Louis?
I'm not sure, but
it ain't in LA yet. It's about to come out here. But think about this. If you're sitting in your car and you're primarily doing DoorDash, you sit in your car, you turn on your app, you can sit here, of course, if you could dash anytime. You got crappy orders coming in, you can not accept them. And when you see a good order come in, accept it. And of course, in the long run, it has to be busy because of the fact you have to at least make $25, $30 an hour. So you got to have $10, $15 bangers coming in. But for the most part, if you continue declining orders, and this is, I'm speaking more so in St. Louis, he complained on a few videos that in that market is oversaturated to where you can't get on anytime. If he's under that 70% acceptance rate, then he can't dash every time. So he can dash every time because his AR is above 70%, which he never promoted to keep your AR high. But for him to maintain that, he would have to take crappy orders, which is going to keep you like hard on to try to keep yourself above $20+ an hour. Now, of course, he's multi-app and he's doing Instacart and all of that. So I don't think he was necessarily using the glitch in hindsight. I wish I would have caught on and realized how dumb it was to even acknowledge that, because he's multi-apping and he doesn't have to use the glitch. But if he was only doing DoorDash, that's the way it would benefit him with the Moves app and Solo app. He would be able to continue getting orders all the time, being above 70%. But he doesn't.
Even if he did use the glitch, what is that he said that would
Whoa,
fucking?
wait a minute.
Oh shit! You put me up.
Come on, bro.
I didn't even know you put me up. My bad, bro. I thought I was still background. No, but go ahead, bro. Okay.
No, I mean you guys tell me what
No, Dennis, just real quick. The point I made about Solo is if he's gonna, like, for example, he's gonna do like a week of shifts on Solo, right? To guarantee his earnings.
Fucking
and then
Roy.
He comes out hitting Flex, you're not on mute, bro.
My bad.
So he comes out not hitting any of the guaranteed earnings because he's out earning it, right? It doesn't help Solo make money if people are like, well, I don't even need to use Solo if Pedro is not, he out earns it. Like, there's no point to have the safety net if I never hit it. You see?
Do
what
you
I'm
know
saying?
how Solo make money? If you can explain that to me, because I didn't see ads when I use Solo and Moves. I use Moves cash advance, but I didn't use it. I honestly, I used $50 cash advance, paid it back, of course, but I didn't use it for nothing but that. Or Solo didn't offer nothing.
Solo, once that it comes to live in your market, they sell credits, right, that you can spend to claim earned guaranteed hours, and they give you a whole bunch of information about each hour and which apps make what per hour, and then you can say which apps that would apply to you. So say like 7 to 10 a.m. Maybe they'll guarantee you can make $27 an hour with Walmart Spark, and then from like noon to 2 it's DoorDash, so you can pick and choose which are going to be your best spots, and then you buy those hours so that if you don't make that guarantee that they're saying, then you will then make that earnings per hour that they said that you would make. And the credits, as far as I know, are like you buy 10 for $1 or something like that, and 10 of them are one credit will buy you like 3 or 4 hours or something like that. I don't know because I haven't used it outside of a free trial, but that's how it's structured. My numbers are probably way off, but
think about that. How are they making money if they're pretty much losing money by paying you a difference more than $1?
They also have subscription-based mileage tracking and expense tracking and stuff too. So they have, it's like a multiple thing in the app. You can use the free version and just be able to track your earnings, etc. Like it doesn't have to be a paid app, and then you can pay for what you want on the app for what you want to use it for.
Okay. So just to I guess to wrap it up though, to your question, I think that if Pedro, he wasn't using a glitch. It's pointless for Pedro. I even said it on live. We can't prove it. It's really no point. He's multi-apping. But for somebody like Flex who does DoorDash, that's the only app he does. He told me earlier today, if you were in St. Louis and you only did DoorDash and it was hard to get on because you had to, be over 70%, it would make sense to use the glitch because of the fact you can decline crappy $4 orders going 10 miles all day, and then you just take the 15 going 6 miles whenever they pop up. and you keep your AR up, and you're allowed to dash anytime. It's that simple.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if
I
that's a bad
understand
thing.
that. And Pedro himself said that sometimes he had top dasher for dash down. A lot of times it's shop and pace that get him that. And for me, for example, I just each day I go to the new day that's available and I just schedule 1 hour blocks all day, because all I do on DoorDash is pick out the large order program.
Okay.
Because I'm blessed to have that in my app. I wished everybody had that in their app, but it's not that way. But that's how I use DoorDash. If it's an LOP, I'll take it. Everything else is just DUH is auto declining for me.
Okay, interjection real quick. Yost, you're going to be next, bro, since you've been in here. Thanks for coming to the channel, bro. I think first time, But Yost will be next steps.
And then I'm not trying to come at you or anything like that, but I just want to say, like, when we were talking about how much money I made last week in Traders live stream yesterday, I just wanted to let you know, like, I've been doing gig apps for almost 7 years now, and I know my market. I have Lift Lux Black available. I've got large order program, and Denver hits lots of huge surges, and I just capitalize on those times with Uber, and that's how I make my money. So, and that's how I made it in less than 100 hours to make $2,400.
So how many hours? How many hours would you say on average to make $2,400 would you work?
Yeah,
because that's the biggest question.
It's not every week, but especially now that football's back and people are back in school, $2,000 it could take anywhere between 50 to 70 hours, and hopefully once the real season starts in the NFL, it'll be more towards the 50. So that if I want to work 70, I'm hitting 3,000 instead of 2,000.
And what app is that with?
Like I said, I mainly use Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, and then I have Delivered as a catering app. I work with a local barbecue place that I do their caterings for them off of apps, and sometimes deliver that, but mainly my catering app is Delivered.
Okay, but I'll just give you a heads up. So if you want to, shut somebody like me up in the chat, to like not come at the dollars, what you do is simple. You have a channel, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just put up a video and you show your phone, say, listen, I did these 4 apps. I made this much in these hours. This is how I did it. It ain't your responsibility once again to do that, but that's what I would do. Instead of, you don't have to, because if anybody calls me out, what I'm going to do is show my phone, hey, I did it this way. It took me 100 hours, and that's that. The problem is you have a lot of gig tubers who don't tell the truth, and realistically, maybe 10% of people are making $40 an hour. Like it ain't nothing. Like you're making it seem like $40 an hour is like easy. Like that's nothing. And you just said 50 hours.
It isn't easy because to hit 50 hours, you're working more than 8 hours a day, or more than 5 days a week.
No, but the 50 hours, $2,000. That's who's making that. I mean, are you guys in the chat?
That's why I said
not chat, but
that's why I say I have Lyft Lux Black available, right? So that's like Uber Black.
Yeah, that makes a difference there.
But the Kmart version or whatever, Yeah.
So,
and then on Uber, I don't have Uber Black, but Uber will surge like $30, and I'll just go grab that, and then I'll take a short trip.
See, I haven't seen a $30 surge in like 5 years. The most I've seen in LA is like $15.
And I would say that you would benefit because you say Lyft is the app that you had been using. You'd benefit from trying to connect with Sergio and WeZoom, Kyle. Just jump on one of the Show Me the Money clubs. You'll see all the LA drivers, and they will give you the game out there. They make bank in LA.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump on if I have to get back to this work. Hopefully not.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
I mean, even if it's just so that you can hit up a little bit of extra money and you don't have to grind it out, they'll tell you how to do it. So if you're going to only do like 8 hours in a week, 2 hours a day for 4 days or whatever, they'll tell you how to make sure that 2 hours is the best hours you're doing it.
Okay, Yost, you're up.
Yeah. So, all right, peace.
Appreciate the question,
Dennis. I just wanted to clear a couple things.
No problem.
What's up, everybody? Roy, this is my first time on your channel. Wanted to say hi. I enjoy your realness. It cracks me up. Flex, you're a funny dude, man. I saw you going in.
Thanks, bro.
So
He's ready to
wait,
go in
Dennis,
now.
what's your name?
This is Dennis, pretty much. You call me Dennis.
Dennis, what's up, man? Nice to meet you. My name is Yost.
Yep.
I am a
Yep, how you doing?
small
Good.
beans YouTuber in this space. So
We all are.
It's very small. I'm not respected. That's how small I am. But you know, in looking kind of through kind of some of the channels, I see where you guys are coming from, because there has been some, what's the right word to say? Not say ill
Questionable shit.
intentions, but
Questionable shit.
questionable stuff with, there's a whole thing. I don't know. Do you know who Matt Moore is?
Nope, never heard of him.
Oh man. So
More
long story
finance,
short,
or is that
Matt
somebody
Moore
separate?
Finance, yes.
Oh yeah.
His was very questionable. He did this challenge. Next thing you know, he made $3,000 in like 10 days.
Yep.
That kind of stuff could really set a lot of other people apart on like, wait a minute, how are these gig tubers doing this?
Yep.
So
It's like crack.
I kind of want to say, what's your opinion on these bigger YouTubers, kind of coming out with these numbers? With people show more transparency, would I don't know if you're part of that club that one guy was saying, but would you guys feel like, hey, these people actually showing the numbers, we won't have a problem? Or do you think people are just lying in general?
I think that I'll tell you this now. You're gonna blow as long as you keep it real, because the reason why you have so many channels now, and we're all kind of stuck at the 1,000 to 10,000 subscriber mark, is because the bigger channels, they're dropping the ball by putting out these outrageous numbers that most people aren't making. Because remember, these bigger channels like More Finance, they were more humble. They were for the people. They were just like us. Now, because they're YouTube famous from GigTube work, because you're YouTube famous if you got 40K or higher. You're just YouTube famous at that point. For what gig space is right now, they forget where they came from and they start to act above, larger than life. So they want to, I guess, they want people to think that they're making all this money, because you kind of look lame if you're only making $120 or $100 to keep the tax man away. You got to be making at least $200 to $300 so people can buy in and want to do what you're doing. Because I know I'm not watching. If Pedro came out and said, "Hey guys, it's rough out here. I'm only making $150 a day." Man, it's tough. I'm not watching him because I need to make more than $150. So you gotta kind of fabricate and make it seem like, for example, he came on my live 2 days ago. All the love in the world for Tristan Thomas. He pretty much, all his videos, he's pushing. I made $40. I made $50 a day. So I mean $50 an hour a day, any day. So he came on, he showed me he made $3,000, but he told me he averaged $20, $25, and he made $3,000. So he worked 120 hours. And he said the reason why he doesn't put that in his videos is because he tries to cut his videos to 8 minutes. And guess what? The videos he's talking about, watch this video to make $50 an hour. I'll show you how I did it. Those videos you look right now, they're 10K views, and he's at like, I think 6K subscribers. Like 6 months ago, he was only at, or actually 8 months ago, he was only at 1,000 subscribers. Because
does he put work? Does he put work into his videos?
Oh, absolutely. I give him all the credit in the world. He's the best editor, I think. No, but the thing
so
is,
check it out. Check it out.
Information.
I made like up to $80,000 back to back doing DoorDash.
You said what?
I made up to like $80,000 doing DoorDash back to back.
Man, I will pay you. So
you don't need to pay me. I'm letting you know.
I will massage your back.
Listen to me. Go back to my videos in my playlist under Mr. Flex, and you will see my 1099s. You will see it.
You said 80,000 in a day, or are you talking about a year?
Year.
Okay, you got me excited for a second.
What I'm saying to you is, I don't put work into my videos, so my channel is not growing. I'm not properly tagging it out. I'm not properly distributing my stuff out to the world. Plus, they're all live streams. Versus somebody that's putting in work into their videos, into their stuff, and they're putting it out into the world, into the gig space, and they know how to do it. Yes, their channel is going to grow. Plus, they know how to keep their audience.
Not necessarily true, because you got to remember the average person in the gig space.
You're saying But you were saying like the only reason why their channel is really like grown because they're showing their numbers. I show my numbers all the time. Not now, but I used to show my numbers all the time. What's the point? You know what I'm saying?
Do you
Like
have a
I don't
video?
lie to people.
Do you have a clickbait title talking about, hey guys, I made $50 an hour today. Let me show you how. Click the video now. You have a video like that?
No, because
So
it's so unpredictable, dude. It's so unpredictable.
Hold
I
on,
could have.
Okay.
It's all like clickbait videos.
Can we let him
But
talk?
if you're addicted to rideshare and you're broke and you're hoping to get rich quick, if you see that title, $50 an hour, I'll show you how, you're gonna click that video. That's gonna get you views. That gets you pushed on YouTube. Like I know exactly how the system works on YouTube, which is why I'm popping now again, because I'm giving people what they want, which is beef right
So
now.
he's
Gig TV.
clickbaiting. That's fine. So what? He's monetized. He could clickbait, but if I mean, is he giving you like some? Just because it said like unrealistic numbers, like does it mean that he's telling you how to do it? You obviously like this workspace. It's so unpredictable. One day you could make 100, the next day you could make 400, the
Hey,
next day you
Dennis.
could make only 50.
Dennis, do you want to hear some brutal honesty from me? Because you said you
Oh,
like
go
that,
ahead.
right? You're
Yep,
too
go ahead.
worried about you're too worried about other people's pockets, bro. It kind of sounds like to me, bro. It's like you're trying to find a quick way to make a buck, and you're looking at these gig tubers as the way to do it, and that's what it sounds like to me. I really think, Dennis, you need to get out of worrying about what other people are making and worry about what you're making, and increase what you're able to make, and not worry about what these people are making because everybody lies. Everybody at some point is going to lie to make themselves look more successful than they really are, and I'd rather see you out there doing it for yourself than worrying about what's in Pedro's pocket, Flex's pocket, or how much people are making. Because at the end of the day, numbers don't mean, in my personal opinion, bro, money don't mean shit. I get on people because money don't mean shit to me. Anybody can go out if you put in enough hours and the time. You can make whatever the fuck you want. So at the end of the day, it means shit to me. I look at success as the type of person you are. I don't give a fuck about your wallet because you can have the biggest, fattest wallet in the world and be the biggest piece of shit we know. Or you could be the most poorest motherfucker in the world and be the most humble and nicest person in the world. So I don't give a fuck what everybody makes. I never looked at when I did over $65,000 a year at Lyft, and I did barely 30 hours a week. That's dead ass. I barely worked 30 hours a week and doing 65 grand here in Vegas on Lyft. I worked as little as I could. I don't like work myself, but that's what I was able to make. I didn't show my numbers because I didn't see it as pertinent to anything. Because like I said, the money doesn't make me a better person. I ended up homeless, bro. So don't matter how much money I made, it didn't make a fucking difference. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's the impression I'm getting, Dennis, is you see these other people doing it and you want to emulate it. And it's like, fuck emulating other people, bro. Go do yourself, man. Do yourself. You're always gonna. That way, when you do make the money, you don't have to give nobody else thanks but yourself. See what I'm saying?
Okay. So I want to rebut that real quick. How many times would you say that you've been on other people's channels, like on their lives?
Oh shit, dude. I don't know, to be honest with you.
You can't count. That's the point.
Many times.
I've only been, if you don't include this week, I've only been on 3 people's lives my entire year on YouTube, and I'm at, of course, 9K as of today subscribers. Just hit it. I on my video list, I probably got about maybe 10 videos that I actually tagged other content creators in, which 9 of them are probably Dash and Trader, and 1 is Pedro. Probably about 10 videos total. So you gotta understand, I don't care about what everybody else is doing because I don't do what they're doing. If you go to my channel, you will see that I talk about race. I talk about, Trump and I'm black, which is a no-no. I talk about what I want to talk about. I don't really talk about gig work other than what I'm doing in gig work at the time, Flex or whatever, or Spark. So I get where you guys are coming from, but he asked the question on, the bigger gig tubers, them selling a dream compared to smaller gig tubers. So I was asking this question, but I promise you guys, I don't care about Paige. I don't care about none of these people. In the big scheme of things, Paige was asking me to go on his show multiple times. He came on and asked me. I said, I'll let you know. I never went on the show, never even reached out to go on the show. And that was like 8 months ago when I was popping. So let's get that straight. I do not care about any of these gig tubers. I'm only talking about this because people was calling me out and I jumped in on the beef. But I'm out of this in a week. I mean, I'm out of this really now. I'm only talking to you guys now. So I just want y'all to understand that I'm making my waves now, but this is my first time showing up on people's lives. I never used to do it, which is why my subscribers are going up right now. So
okay, so at the end of all this, would you do us a favor? Let us know what you're getting into, what you're looking forward to doing. Are you willing to do that for everybody?
Oh, absolutely.
All right,
yeah.
cool. Because that's what I like to hear, bro. I like to hear. I'm not all about the gig world either, bro. As you know, I'm probably one of the most hated motherfuckers in the gig world because I don't prescribe to that shit like everybody else does.
Yeah.
So, but I would love to hear what you're moving on to, what made you make that decision, all that good shit. As soon as everybody else is done.
You got that American flag in the background. I ain't gonna lie, it got me a little excited because I knew that we can probably have some conversations that we're probably gonna disagree, but we're gonna agree on a lot of things that people need to understand about the independent thinker, because I learned that in Vegas. I'm a Black conservative, and that's pretty much my base. What I want to talk about. It's that simple. It's just I got into the gig space because of 2 videos of me talking about being disrespected by a bartender picking up a cheeseburger when I know 10 times more than she knew at 18, getting a job under the table, and then me sleeping in the car to work more hours in Wilmington, North. And those videos went viral. That's why I'm here. Otherwise, I wanted to talk about, voting for Trump for the things that he was doing in my community and pulling yourself up by the bootstraps, which is what I pretty much did.
I'm going to say one thing, D. I commented on your video. I like to have a conversation with you off of Roy's thing because I think it would be fun to talk. I think it'd be fun to hear some positions on what you have. And Mr. Bit, what's up, man? We met at the gig conference, so I had to say what's up. And I'm gonna jump off here because your boy has a W-2 job and he has to get up in the morning. But
make sure you email me. Hold on, email me at officialrideshare@gmail.com, and you can do that anytime. Just let me know.
All right, sounds good. Y'all have a good night. Have a blessed one, okay?
All right, Yos.
Thanks, Yos. All right, so what's up, Marcus? Marcus.
Hey, what's going on, Roy? What's up, Flex? What's up, Rideshare? Hey,
what's
dog.
going on, man?
I'm gonna take a different approach, bro. I didn't come on here, man, to get at you. I ain't come on here to scream at you or nothing. I came on here to relate to you, dog. I'm share something with you, man. Like no one has said this. You are absolutely right, bro. I was one of those people. And Yos will tell you, I hate that he left, but Yos will tell you, when I first met Yos Malone, I did the same thing you did. I said, dog, I ain't gonna use Flex. I said, Nova Dasher is on YouTube every effing day, talk about banger this, banger that, $5,000 a month. And I said to Yos, I said, how's he doing that? I said, dog, I'm out here every day. I can't pay to get a $50 tip or nothing. I had no idea about large order program. He looked at me, he said, dog, that man got large order program, all this and that. So I relate to you, dog. I was a victim of that. I use Flex. Most people only know me because of being on here going at Flex. And Flex do the same thing. He posts these screenshots, $2,000, $1,500. I said, this is bullshit. I told my wife, I said, this is bullshit. I said, ain't no way these cats is really doing this. I said, I'm out here every day from 7 in the morning to 7 at night. I can't even make 200. He making 1,500 a week. Dog, I'm with you. But what I came on here to say was, like, do your own thing, brother. I'm telling you, dog, I've done it. I follow Flex, I follow Pedro, and you're right. You know what I'm saying? I just want to relate to you, but I'm telling you, dog, just this GigTube shit is YouTube, bro. I've been there. Yeah. Dog, I was obsessed with I told Roy, I said, I went back to my W-2, my pizza job, because I stressed myself out. I was literally stressing myself out the same way.
But,
and I don't know if you saw the video,
though, but be real, though. You'll find real people and you'll find some fakery.
Oh, no, you will, right. You know,
you'll find some true people and you'll find some make believe.
Right, and me and Flex had an issue. Me and Flex, not an issue, but me and Flex, I went at Flex and I was the same way. I was on Flex Lounge, man. They was attacking me. They was dog piling me, like blah, blah. And me and Flex talked and we worked it out. But like I said, I'm not trying to, dog on you, dog, but I've been there, bro. I'm the only person that said I relate to you, dog. I was the same way. YouTubers had me gassed up. I'm out here all day trying to do this and that. But like I say, my advice to you, dog, just do your own thing. Get a W-2 if you got to. I'm telling you, bro, this shit will drive you nuts. I've done it. Because I'll be honest with you, bro. The only reason I'm familiar with you is from Fight with Dash and Trader. They ain't no knocks. I ain't trying
Yeah,
to
so you
diss
already
you.
know.
Dog, I'll be honest with you. I've dogged Dash and Trader also. When Trader did that no trip confront, I was on Roy Live like, dude, he's stupid. He don't get shot. Somebody gonna whoop his
Yep.
ass. I said all that. And I fell victim to that. I'm like, damn, if I was a gig tuber, people would respond to me. I'm telling you, bro, I've been there, dog. So I'm not trying to crap on you or diss
Yeah.
you. I just want to say that I relate to you because I was you months ago. I was the same way. I was like, this is bullshit. They telling me this, they telling me that. They ain't mentioned the large order program. They ain't telling you that they got, this catering app. They ain't telling you all that. All they say, I made $1,500 a week. So
Yep.
I'm with you, bro. But I'm telling you, dog, just YouTube is funny, it's entertaining. But dog, if it gets to the point it stress you out, man, cut this shit off, bro. I'm telling you.
Yep. That's what I did
That's
a
it.
couple times. That's the reason why, I lost my growth. I had to just bounce. I just left. I was so mentally tore up, which is why that page or video about the mental health is real. I mean, I had to just
Yeah, I've
tap
been there,
out.
dog. Yeah,
But I'll
I've
say
been there,
this,
bro.
and since you know the Dash and Trade, I got a question for you. I want them to understand. I don't know if you've seen what Dash and Trade used to say to me. I never bothered that man. I don't talk to gig tubers. Literally, I don't care about one gig tuber. I just started showing love to people. I never go on people's channels other than, Pedro Mushimi and a couple people. Wouldn't you say that, with Dash and Trader, who's getting this credibility, doesn't his video suck unless he's talking about somebody and trying to make something up and have his people attack people? Like, otherwise, does he even do anything like different other than that?
All right,
I
this
don't know
is
if
my
you
thing.
follow. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm a very happy trader. This is my thing with Trader. Trader to me, because again, I'll be honest, bro. I'll tell you how far back I go with this. I was
Yeah.
watching Pedro's live when Trader first popped up.
Yeah.
He was very humble. He was like, I'm from St. Louis, like you, blah blah, the whole spiel. And he posted a video. I said, oh, that's that dude from last night on Pedro shit. And he did it confront non-timbers. And Roy will tell you, I was on here
Yeah.
with Necro everybody. I said, dude, it's crazy. He gonna get his ass whooped. He gonna do that shit in a real hood, blah blah blah.
Yep.
But I stepped back and I said, you know what? But this is entertainment. This is what
Yep.
he wants. One thing I take from Trader, Trader did what he wanted to do. He got hot. I don't
Yep.
agree with all the ways he did it, but again, he got hot. So like for me, dog, I don't pay attention to all that. Cause again, I know you from that fight. I know you literally from fighting with him. But I feel like,
Yep.
man, like Trader's team like a cool cat, but I feel like, man, this is all, like Roy said, it's WWE. I don't pay that shit no attention. When he be on there, stop playing me and doing all that, I laugh at it. I don't take that shit. I don't think you should either, bro. Like, don't take it so personal because, like you said, like drama, it's YouTube, dog. I don't know.
Yeah.
You saw me and Dino got into a fight. Me and Dino was on Roy things screaming at each other. I was calling him an effing idiot. You a fucking moron. Blah. I did all that. Trader to me,
That's the combination. When you're outspoken and you have a channel, you know what I mean. Like it goes a long ways. Like Trader, and he's a unique character. You know what I'm saying?
Trader, he's a cool cat.
He's a unique
I don't know
person.
him. Yeah, never met him. I never
And
met
he
Trader.
could do that. He ain't got no
He's
problem
YouTube.
confronting
To
people.
be
Yeah,
honest
it's
with
YouTube,
you,
dog.
to be honest with you, Dennis, he's done the same thing to me. You think I give a fuck? Like, come on, bro. Like, I don't. But, everybody's gangster till it's time to do gangster shit, bro. And at the end of the day, like you said, it's just as YouTube, man. No, come on. No,
You know what's crazy? I did a video defending him against DoorDash Diaries, and it's crazy. He literally, a week after I did that video, he needed like $100, or he needed donations for his kids. So I give him $100, and he decides to 4 days later to do a video about me kicking a bag. And he could have gave me the phone call, but instead he made the video trying to get me deactivated from DoorDash, which was my fault for kicking that bag for theatrics. But long story short, he's been at my neck since then.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
Well, are you working right now? Are you going getting your
sorry,
work on?
I'm trying to scan. My phone won't scan.
Hey, dog, I'll be real with you. Like, real quick about the whole kicking the bag thing. And this might sound fucked up. He kind of did a favor, dog. I know he was. You know what I'm saying? So he might. I'm not trying to be funny right now. Some of that stuff, bro, it helps both of y'all. Because I know who he was. I'm like, who's this cat? He kicked the bag. Dog, so I'm telling you, it might not all be bad. Trader doing that is putting you out there. Because kind of like Roy said, it's kind of what you want. Dog, like, I'm telling you, like, dog, like y'all can have destructive back and forth, man, but don't take it so to the heart, man. Like it's gig tube. I'm telling you, if you and Trader in the same room, y'all probably be cool as hell. It's YouTube, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I would pay that shit no attention, bro. Like I say, Trader, he seemed cool. But
Yeah.
dog, man, it's geared to, bro. Like, don't take that shit personal, man.
I mean,
Like I say, because
I
honestly,
mean, it's
that's
okay, but he almost cost me my. I mean, of course, I cost myself. I shouldn't have posted a video of me kicking the bag. But it's the point that if a guy gives you $100 and now you want to make this guy a villain, talking about you don't respect me no more, and this and that. That's what I mean by phony. That's the reason why I don't deal with gig tubers. That's the reason why I'm telling you. I never talked about gig tubers. I didn't go on Pedro's platform. I don't even talk to nobody because I want to control my narrative. That's the reason why I wanted y'all to understand. I don't fan nobody. I'm not a fan of nobody. So yeah, I just wanted to make that clear.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So
I'm not
before we
that guy,
finish,
even though I come off because I'm speaking for.
so before
Go
we
ahead.
finish this up, want to enlighten us on what you're getting ready to do and
Is that my
all
signal?
that good stuff?
What was that?
It could be. I said before we finish this up, you want to give us enlighten us on how you plan on changing your life, what you're doing, and all that good stuff.
So here's the thing. I'm a prior life. I was an event coordinator, promoter, and then I turned into more so a guy that want to get into politics. Now that there's a lane for people who are uneducated, unorthodox, and really mentally not all the way there to try to like get into the game a little bit. Maybe not as a politician, but as a speaker. So what I want to do with my channel is start talking about issues. I'm Black, and we don't have any Black media sites that speak the truth that can help us as a whole. If you speak anything against us killing each other, anything that's really hurting and putting my kids at risk of getting hurt, the culture, music culture, all this, the different negative things going on, people call you, Uncle Tom and all of that, coon. But that's the fight that I'm fighting for, to be able to have a freedom to disagree. And you shouldn't have to agree because of your skin color. So my channel is going to switch more towards that, and then also the sports betting. And I'm going to add a little bit of like some events. I'm trying to do a boxing fight with Dash and Trader because it's to the point of him calling me like out to a point of scared, and these nasty names. Like, dude, listen, let's box it out. You book the arena. I mean, you book the gym. I'll get the camera set up. $500. We're gonna bet. Winner takes all. We shake hands after. That's how you man up. But stop the talking. He hasn't emailed me yet. He's now cowering and trying to but it's like it's a fair fight. So that's the type of stuff I do because I think we will get about 200 to 500 people willing to pay $5 to watch that at that moment to talk because everybody hates Dash and Trader. And I'm like, Pedro might jump in. I'll do it in St. Louis. Pedro might jump in and promote it, because everybody wants to see Dash and Trader get knocked out, get his. So I'm like, dude, we're both Black trying to make money. Let's help each other out here. And I'm hoping, to put on events like that again, that would help me build back to where I was at before with, event coordinating and promoting. So that's what I got lined up. I'm hoping he reaches out to do something positive. And as I told people, I need the charity. I'm not going to act like I'm giving money to charity or any of that. It's $500 each. The proceeds from the people that sign up to watch, we split 50-50. Sorry, F charity right now. So just so people know, that's what I'm working on right now. But I got any other questions? I got time, or otherwise, I'm gonna go.
No, I think we've been on for almost 2 hours now, so
appreciate it.
I think it was a good live. I'm glad you wanted to talk.
So you
and
should have kicked the back harder than video. What the fuck?
What was that?
What was that, Flex?
He said he should have kicked the bag harder.
No, I could have kept the food, but I didn't want Big Macs are nasty. But I dropped it off. But context is key. But no, I appreciate you having me on here. And I'm making my rounds. I'm trying to be the sane voice for the people that are disgruntled, because all these people are just being crybabies. They're not making points. They're just cowering. Like,
Ricky
come on and
wants
just
to
have a
link.
constructive conversation.
Hey,
I
but
think
dog,
You got a question before I go, or we're done?
I was gonna say, dog, like, just I've been there, bro. Like I say, I'm not gonna come on here and crap on you, dish on you. I've done it, dog. My advice to you, man, for somebody that's been in your position, dog, focus on your sports betting and all that. I wouldn't fight Trader because if Trader whoop your ass, you're gonna post it all over YouTube. Stop playing with me. I wouldn't set myself up like that.
that's the point.
You know what
No,
I'm saying?
as
I
a
wouldn't
man,
set
you got
myself
no.
up.
Listen, as a man, we both been talking mess. So as a man, if he beats me up, I'm gonna shake his hand after, and he got bragging rights for freaking
I
forever.
feel you.
Hopefully, he gives me a rematch. That's how
I
you
feel you.
handle it as a man. Roy knows that.
I
I
feel
think
you.
Ricky. I think Ricky wants to come up real quick, and he'll be the last one, and then we can.
Okay. That's fine.
We're gonna go run out with Flex. Come on, Ricky. Let's
Cap-
do it, man. I think I used up the rest of my live hours too. Ricky. Okay, Ricky's not coming up. What's up, Ricky? What's up, Ricky? All right. Well, we can always go over to Flex's channel. We can talk more over there if you guys want.
Yeah.
It's gonna be about, if y'all want in like a couple hours, I'll jump on. I'm about to go in here and try to
All
dunk
right,
on somebody again.
All right. Well, you
So I
got something to
appreciate
do.
having me on.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. This should be
Oh,
Ricky.
good. Yeah, I got time though.
Okay. Ricky, you're out. Oh shit. Where's he? He's
Bad
buffering.
signal.
He's got the Bobby signal. What's up, Ricky? Ricky.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
can
hear
hear
you
you now.
now.
Already. What's good, brother Rideshare Hustler?
Hey, what's going
What's
on,
going
man?
down?
Over here having a little chat.
Hold on. Yeah. I just wanted to say, yeah, that's cool what you're doing with, getting into me and Marcus was talking about that. There was a guy named Tommy Sotomayor.
Right.
He
Yep.
got kicked off of YouTube.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He got rich off the shit talking about, black, talking about the black issues in the black community. Also, I used to be on panels. I don't know if you heard of O'Shea Duke Jackson, but I used to be on those type of panels, and we used to chop up that type of, everything, but it was mostly that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, hey, if you think you can do it, you can do it. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that. No, that's what I'm gonna do. Go ahead. I don't know if the signal's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, just know this. I'm not scared of being canceled because ultimately, I'm treading lightly. I'm not gonna be calling women bald-headed. You know what? Keep it respectful, but I'm just pointing the obvious. I mean, for example, Trump is the best thing for black folks in freaking decades with the policies that he pushed. Those are the things I'm gonna be talking about. So I'm not gonna go extreme like he used to do. He used to just be disrespectful to a point that it was funny, but you're gonna get kicked off. So
yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, he's having issues with his connection, so we'll go ahead and end it here. I appreciate we had shit ton of people on the live. I hope everything got cleared up for the most part, like I said, man, just concentrate on doing your thing, man, and making yourself successful. So
appreciate it.
All right, so thanks for coming on,
night.
bro. Appreciate you, and thanks to all the people that came on the panel. Thank you too, and we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night.
Definitely.
All right, boy.
Peace.
All right. Awesome.
Peace, bro.